Her voice so big and deep. No, your voice don't sound like.
Oh, wrong movie? Shit. What's going on, friends? Logan Myerz here for Cinephellas.com. I'm here to talk about a horror sequel that I've been really excited for some time. I'm talking about Another WolfCop, the sequel to WolfCop. Makes sense, right? So I had the opportunity to sit down with the director of this film, Lowell Dean, and the werewolf himself, Leo Fafard. He plays Lou Garou. Got to pick their minds about, being in this movie, the process of making this film, what it's like to become a werewolf. So I'll put the link to the full interview down below. I tried doing the audio, but it's really muffled, so I didn't want to put you guys through that. So you guys can read the full interview I did with both of these gentlemen. It's really interesting and really great people to talk to, and I had a blast doing it. So in Another WolfCop, you guys have all seen the poster. It's like a take on Cobra, sliced alone, so it has that 80s feel to it, really cool artwork. And so the sequel film, we have Lou playing the werewolf. He's a cop. He's an alcoholic cop. He likes booze. He likes donuts. And he's back saving the day in Woodhaven, town up in Canada. And I have to add that it's a Canadian horror film, all in Canada, filmed there. Canadian actors. This film, what I really enjoyed about it is seeing the transformation of Lou into this werewolf. The practical effects were awesome. Transformation scene with the practical effects of the clothes ripping and the hair coming out of the arms and him transforming into this werewolf was really well done. And I will say this is like a B horror movie for anybody that hasn't seen the first one. This is a campy, cheesy B-style horror film, and a genre of filmmaking that I really enjoy. With this campy style of filmmaking, it has its comedy, it has its horror, and it has plenty of gore. But what's different this time around in the sequel film is we have Sydney Swallows. This is like douchebag, loaded dude that buys out a brewery, and they have a beer called Chicken Milk Stout that sounds fucking disgusting, but everybody in this town enjoys it. They're all drinking it, and Sydney has this little probe thing, and with the frequency, people that drink this beer, they have these aliens that like rip out of their stomach and kill them, and it's hilarious and gory at the same time. And they have these like little puppets. Kind of looks like the first Alien movie, like rips out of their body and it's like staring at them. And that's pretty much the setup of the film with the Sydney Swallows. What a funny name, Sydney Swallows. And this time around, we have Tina back in the sequel film. She's a badass woman. She's an awesome cop. And she's trying to, make sure that Lou's doing okay and trying to control his transformation into this werewolf and making sure he doesn't go over the top as we know he did in the first film. And also this time around, we have Willie, which is Lou's best friend. We thought he was done, but he's definitely back in the sequel, and he's there for that comedic dialogue that we love from the first movie. In this movie, Willie's sister is an integral part as well. She ends up having this really oddball, over-the-top sex scene with Lou. All I'm going to say is werewolf penis and wolf sex scene. And this time around, I think the practical effects were even better than the first film. Like I said, the buckets of blood. There's so much gore in this. There's a sequence at like a strip club, and the wolf cop like puts his arm through the driver's side seat and like pulls it out, and just gore everywhere. And you can tell the people making this movie have a great time, especially in terms of the practical effects. And you can tell Emerson Ziffel had a great time doing this. He was head of, the practical effects and transforming Lou into this werewolf, doing all the prosthetics and things like that. He looked really fantastic in this movie. Much like American Werewolf in London meets The Wolfman, Lon Chaney Jr. meets Teen Wolf, Michael J. Fox. They had all these different elements that are intertwined into making this makeup of Lou Garou, and it was really well done. And this time around, he also transforms in a different way. It's not necessarily with the moonlight. So that's really a cool element they threw into this movie. And there's one fantastic cameo in the movie. Our favorite Canadian New Jerseyan, Kevin Smith, was in this for a cameo. It was really cool that they got him in this movie. I guess he was scouting out locations up in Canada for his third movie in his horror trilogy, Moose Jaws. And he came on set and they threw him in the movie, so it was great to see him. We're all big fans of old Kevin Smith here, so really great to see him. So I think you guys will enjoy that part of the movie as well. And one more element that they threw into the movie that I didn't really see coming, but I really enjoyed it. We threw in this like cyborg robot person that you really can't take down. So him and Lou, or WolfCop, don't really see eye to eye, and of course they're going to be butting heads and duking it out. Leading up to the end of the film, of course, we have the cliche Canadian element being hockey. There's an awesome scene, ice rink. You see the werewolf in like a hockey jersey taking out these dudes, and they're like limbs flying everywhere, and it's like, can a werewolf really skate? I guess they can up in Canada, but it's really cool. Really fantastic scene in the movie at the end. They threw in hockey and horror, and it was just really well done and funny and over the top, as you can imagine. You know, with the Wolf Cop, you know, it was over the top B movie, but they took a step up in this movie, you know, with throwing all these different elements, the production value. They had a bigger budget. You know, they only shot this movie in 17 days, which is insane. You know, less than 3 weeks, they shot the whole movie. That being said, Lowell Dean did an excellent job crafting this character in the next chapter of the Wolf Cop series and bringing back Leo Fafard as Lou Garou, or Wolf Cop himself. And the rest of the characters they brought back with Tina and Willie, introducing Sydney Swallows, and a cameo by Kevin Smith. Really well done across the board. So if you guys are big fans of horror, campy B-style horror movies, I think you guys will enjoy this, especially if you saw the original movie from 2014, Wolf Cop. You will not be disappointed with the sequel film, Another WolfCop. It's a great time. You're going to laugh. You're going to cringe. And also, I think they're going to be setting this up for another one, so it could be a trilogy series. We'll have to wait and see. Overall, I'm giving Another WolfCop a 4 out of 5 werewolf hair pieces. Another WolfCop was released in Canada, but it's hitting US on video on demand, Blu-ray, DVD. July 3rd, I had the chance to actually get a Blu-ray copy of it, and it's definitely worth adding to your collection. So if you guys have seen it, let us know in the comments below what you liked about it, what didn't you like about it, what are you looking forward to in the sequel film if you have not seen it. And as always, don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myerz and old Wolf Cop himself, signing out from Woodhaven. Until next time, cheers!